Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, I would usually say this morning because I film these on Saturday mornings, but we're mixing it up a little bit since I'm going out of town next weekend. I have a lot to do this weekend, and a lot of it needs to be started early in the day, like taking model photographs and weeding the garden. So, I'm going ahead and recording this earlier in the week in an evening, and I'll just set it up to post for Saturday morning, which is a lot of information to say good morning, even though it's not morning now. Thank you for joining me. You can see I've finally had a haircut now that we have warmer weather. Thank goodness. My hair was getting, it was getting so long. And when the heat comes by, I really want to have shorter hair. So that's a treat for me. Jumping right into what I'm stitching, I still hope to have this DMC Greyhound chart done before I leave, so we can get a better view here. And I'll put up where I am so far. I've definitely made progress. I'm on to the last Greyhound, and I don't know if I'll get it done before I go, but it'll be close either way. So worst case, I'll finish it when I get back. It's been so much fun, and this particularly is one of those charts that when you're working on the stitching, you're bogged down in these little shapes, and it's hard to see the whole picture because what you're making is just a little bit of a twirl or something. And so when I take it out of the hoop when I'm done stitching in the evenings and get to spread it out, it's really fun. So I'm really enjoying this, but also looking forward to having it finished so I can move on to the next thing. Which brings me to Stash Spotlight. Now, on my ongoing quest to stitch all of the Greyhounds, I picked up a couple more things. First off, from Natis cross stitch. I'm going to put this all in the notes because I may be pronouncing it wrong. But here we go, the dog sampler. I definitely see a Greyhound and a Dachshund. So I will be doing this one for sure, and haven't decided yet how I want to mix up which dogs go where, but that's on the list. Now this one, also from Natis cross stitch, is a little one that I may take with me on the trip. It'd be a good little project to travel, but again, to me that's definitely a little Greyhound there. So house is not a home without a dog. The next one that I got is called Ring a Rosie, and it's from Willow Hill Samplings. Here we go. See if we can get a good look here. To me, that bottom dog very much looks like a Greyhound, possibly also the top one as well. But I might do a little bit of tweaking and put in a Greyhound shape from another one that I've done. But I just love this. I love the colors. I love the little motifs. I actually picked up another one from Willow Hill Samplings, and I do like this one in its own right, but in particular, I wanted to get, let's see if I can show you here. This little rabbit is just so well done, and I love the little fox as well, so I might put some of those into this Ring a Rosie because I'm drunk with power and tweaking everything. I don't know if you ever do that, take an element from one design and plunk it into another. It's something I do fairly often. So yeah, that's my Stash Spotlight for this time. And again, I'll put all the info in the notes. These are all downloads, so quick and easy to get, and I look forward to stitching them very soon. All right, whirled around this week. Fair warning for everybody, it is a snake, so look away, close your eyes. This is the rubber boa, the northern rubber boa, and I came across this for the first time in one of the gardening groups that I follow for Northern Nevada gardening, so I can learn what things are and what I want to encourage in my garden. And they had this picture, and I thought, a boa, a native boa, really? Yes, this is one of a very few boa snakes, constrictor snakes, that are native to North America in the United States, and you can see where the rubber part of the name comes from because it definitely looks like it's made of rubber. It's a very interesting snake. It's very shy and doesn't like the heat, very docile, so tends to spend all its time during the day hiding under things, anywhere cooler where it can get out of the sun. So you don't tend to see them. They come out in the evenings and they hunt, generally small mammals, so baby mammals, sadly, but also eggs and things, and that's just part of life. And they are themselves hunted by coyotes, of course, because coyotes will eat just about anything, but also crows, ravens, hawks, owls, anything like that, apparently even raccoons. So I guess they have good reason to be shy. Now, although they don't love high heat, they're surprisingly resilient to cold for snakes, which I didn't know. They can control the temperature of their body, and not just the temperature, but localize the temperature control. So they can keep their head much warmer than the rest of their body when the temperatures drop, so that they protect their brains when it is cold. They can live a very long time, 40 to 50 years in the wild. And again, they're very docile and shy snakes. They may bite you, but they don't have any venom. Their main defense mechanism is to curl up into a ball and then poke out their blunt tail, which kind of looks like a head, and have that be the distraction head, so that when something is attacking them, it will attack the tail instead of their real head. And that's why their tails often look a little bit raggedy, a little bit scarred. They also have a strong stink that they can emit if they're trying to fight off a predator. So very, very interesting little snakes. Very slow moving, although they can swim and climb. And if you find one in your garden, just know that it's doing its thing, and it may in fact be older than you are. So there you go, the northern rubber boa. And that's it for the snake pictures, for anyone who was not enjoying that bit. All right, last video, the question. I just wanted to check in with you, and I wanted to appreciate very much a number of you who told me how you're doing and trusted me with that. So, all of you at different points in how you're doing, but I really appreciate that you let me share that with you, and hope you are all doing well this time. Now, the question this time is brought on by the official advent of summer. We had the summer solstice just last week, so it's officially here, and we're getting warm weather again, hence haircut. But I just wondered what you're looking forward to for summer. I talked a little bit last time about it being the seasons changing our schedules a little bit for a variety of reasons, whether it's kids at school or just longer days in general. But I wanted to see, with summer and looking ahead to the next season, the next schedule change, the next whatever, honestly, some days it's the next day or the next minute, the next week. What are you looking forward to this summer? And so I would love to hear from you what it is that you're looking forward to. If it's more light for stitching in the evenings, if it's a trip you have coming up. You all know I have a trip coming up, and I'm very much looking forward to that, but I would love to hear from you. On to giveaway. Last video, oops, start my sticky there, was this great little chart from Tellin Emblem with all those fun little critters. We've got bee, butterfly, and dragonfly. And the word was bee. Thank you all for the great bee comments. The winner of this one is Jackie A.S. I may not be saying that correctly, but Jackie, if you get in touch with me, send me your mailing address, I will get this in the mail to you. Giveaway this time, we've got a big one. This is special. I picked it up at market and I've been saving it. So this is the book from Heartstring Samplery of the Sunday Stitches, various hymns, and so many charming designs, not big, any one of them, but easy to do, beautiful colors. So it's that whole book and these great thread keeps that Beth and her husband made with a lot of the text on them as well. So if you want to win that, use the word Sunday in your comments. You can tie it into what you're looking forward to doing on Sundays or anything else. I always love how creative people are getting the keyword into the comments, and I will pick a winner for the next video. On to announcements. Couple of things. As I said, I'm heading off next weekend, so when this is aired, I may not be able to actually respond to all the questions. I'll certainly read them all and really appreciate them, but I may not be able to actually give you an answer or a comment back on all of those. So just letting you know in advance so you don't feel like I don't enjoy them very much, which I do. Also, thank you to the several of you who had tips on the almond thread, the person last week who was looking for color and cotton almond, was located, and you have all saved the Stitcher from having to frog her old thread, so thank you for that. I've got a short puppy video this time because I am filming this a little bit earlier than usual, but hope you enjoy it. The dogs are certainly having a lovely time, and Rye saw her first ground squirrel in this past week. It's not something that's very common right exactly around our house, although I'm sure it will come up in a future video, but she saw her first squirrel and she was so pleased. She's always been a dog who watches her surroundings and her world around very carefully, and so when she comes across something new, she's just fascinated. And there was a squirrel running across a fence, and she was transfixed. So I'm sure we'll be talking about squirrels very soon. That's it for me. Enjoy the puppy video. I will be off to Calgary doing all sorts of fun things and then back to tell you all about it in 2 weeks. I hope you really enjoy your weekend, and I look forward to spending time with you soon. Bye.